Gen Z is going to be the future of this country, and unfortunately for Donald Trump, Gen Z is saying that he has no place in America. Because a crippling new poll from NBC reveals just how dangerous young voters are to the Trump campaign. For the past few elections, analysts have been making the coming presence of Gen Z very known. Those analysts are saying that Gen Z is very environmentally focused, they care a lot about social issues, they defend the LGBT community, and they do not support faith-based legislation. And honestly, the Republican Party just sounds like a giant list of things designed to make America's youth angry. So in comes Maxwell Frost, the first Gen Z member of Congress. This anger that is within the Gen Z voters is seen perfectly in Maxwell Frost's DNC speech this last month. Take a listen at what he had to say.
Kamala Harris and Joe Biden have proven that tackling this crisis creates jobs, that investing in clean energy protects our health, and that investing in mass public transit builds strong communities. And we must always remember that peace is essential to our climate and war destroys our environment. This election is about every drop of water that we consume and every breath we breathe. Fighting the climate crisis is patriotic. And unlike Donald Trump, our patriotism is more than some damn slogan on a hat. It's about actually giving a damn about the people who live in this country. Because when you love somebody, you want them to have clean air. When you love somebody, you want them to have safe drinking water. And when you love somebody, you want them to have a dignified job.
Now, luckily for Republicans, Gen Z has not been old enough to vote until very recently. And even now, there is still a large chunk of Gen Z that is ineligible to vote. Despite being a large portion of the country, Gen Z made up only around 8% of the electorate in the 2020 election, which was about 12 million votes. According to Pew Research, Trump lost a few Gen Z votes by 24 points, one of the worst demographic skews in the elections. This morning, however, things began to look even worse for the Republicans in this upcoming election. NBC released new polling of young Gen Z voters, and the Democrats' lead has only gotten stronger. According to the poll, 50% of Gen Z is certain that they will be voting for Democrats in November. Only 35% intend to vote Republican. This alone is a very large gap, but it also includes undecided youth and those who lean towards parties but aren't sure if they're going to actually get out and vote. When they polled only those that were certain to vote in November, the numbers grew to a 60-40 split in favor of Democrats. And this is terrible news for Republicans and shows just how out of touch they are with young Americans. The polling from NBC also included potentially one final nail in the coffin for Trump's campaign. By November of 2024, nearly 41 million Gen Z Americans will be old enough to vote. And if everyone got out and voted, that would be more than 3 times the amount that voted in 2020. This is devastating news for Trump to have a new massive group of voters who is so opposed to him. That being said, polling never comes true without any votes, so no matter how old or young you are, make sure you get out and vote this November. And don't forget to like and subscribe to keep the real, quick, and daily updates coming.